Uncle Sam is the human personification of the U.S. government.
He is most commonly portrayed as an elderly, white-haired, goateed man wearing a red, white, and blue suit and a star-spangled top hat. And while he is most famously identified with this "I Want You" Army recruitment poster from World War I, his origins actually go all the way back to the War of 1812. Samuel Wilson was born in 1766 to one of Boston's oldest families. At age 14, he joined the Continental Army in the American War of Independence. Given his age, he was assigned to slaughtering and packing meat for the troops. Years later, among the many successful businesses he founded was a slaughterhouse in Troy, New York.
When the War of 1812 broke out,
that's the one in which the British invaded, captured Washington, D.C., and burned many important buildings, including the Capitol and the White House, to the ground.
Wilson secured an Army contract to supply the troops with thousands of barrels of pork and beef. Later, he was appointed as the Army's meat inspector, stamping food barrels with U.S. to designate them as government property. Local soldiers joked that the barrels were part of Uncle Sam's rations, and an icon was born.
While some scholars dispute this story, the U.S. Congress does not, and adopted a resolution in 1961 making Samuel Wilson, quote, the progenitor of America's national symbol of Uncle Sam. Thomas Nast, best known for creating America's most enduring images of Santa Claus, also sketched the first Uncle Sam. But it was James Montgomery Flagg's World War I recruiting poster, which was pulled out of mothballs again for World War II and every successive war, that solidified his image.
But Uncle Sam is not the personification of the nation as a whole. That honor belongs to Colombia, whose name is derived from Christopher Columbus, with a Latin suffix IA, meaning land of. In point of fact, Christopher Columbus did not discover America.
In the mid-1700s, the term was used by the British to describe the 13 colonies. The goddess-like figure was adopted by the nascent nation and found its way into a number of popular names, like the Columbia River in my backyard, Columbia, South Carolina, Columbia University, founded in 1754, the Apollo 11 command module, the first space shuttle.
The Enterprise was just a prototype and was never intended for spaceflight.
Columbia Pictures, and of course, the District of Columbia, better known as Washington, D.C.
So if the country as a whole is personified by Columbia and the government by Uncle Sam, where do the American people fit in? Well, it turns out the electorate has a lesser-known stand-in as well, Brother Jonathan.
While Brother Jonathan was originally used by the British as a derogatory term for the American colonists, those same colonists adopted and renovated it, later folding in the entire population as the nation surged westward. Likely named after Jonathan Trumbull, the only colonial governor to support the American Revolution. He is depicted as a lanky, boorish, clever, unsophisticated, and sometimes naive Yankee in a top hat and striped trousers.
After the Civil War, Brother Jonathan was largely forgotten, replaced by Uncle Sam as a federal rather than state-centered image of America. Stay curious, my friends.